Good evening, everyone. Taibu Muad'Dib, host, podcast entertainer, author, motivational speaker.
The issue of gun violence isn't going away because there are
every weeknight, 9:30-ish p.m. We go crazy. In fact, we going nuts right now. Hit it, Shay. Come on, a little bit more. Yeah. It's cold out here, y'all. And I'm telling you one thing. It's amazing. How come they don't know? No one's life is the Cosby Show. Killer cops is nothing new to melanated people, bro. Not in the America that locks us up for mega busting, legalized prostitution so the mob can get their cut. CIA agents bringing dope in from the south and spread it through the hood so we can take each other out. The sadness in the hood isn't just some recent shit. It's the same thing that you can see on the slave shit. Trauma passed through generations lead to a peculiar life. Can't believe in freedom, even if one of your parents right. I'ma do it right, cause I'm conscious and I know the way. I got roots in Africa. Pittsburgh was my birthplace. International businessman from inmate 15208. African Messiah, dog. Someone had to say today. All you want is metaphors about the club and freaking horse. Stacking up your paper, flashy cars, and them foreign tours. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. It starts out with Congress, yeah. Them the folks who scheme and plot. Once they pass the laws, it's on you and I to know what's up. And since we don't, that's how come the jails are jam-packed with us. I got my fist raised, and unity is in my heart. No matter who you are, come and live your truth. That's how it starts. Yeah, that's how it starts. Go get them. Go, 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 go. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. All you want is metaphors. International businessman. Can't believe in freedom. That they still don't know. Pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Taibu Muad'Dib and Shay. This is Live Your Truth. Pull up a chair. Get your popcorn ready. Let's make it happen together. We appreciate you for joining us. Tap in. We are alive and in living color. This is how we do it. I'm always so excited to get started. I don't start the broadcast. When you get ready to podcast, there's a bunch of stuff to do. Coming up pretty soon here, I'll have a digital team doing this for me. So I can put more energy in to give you guys the coaching that you guys really need to come out of your mess. All right. Taibu Muad'Dib, man, here with this lovely lady. She needs no introduction. I'm telling you right now, people are doing big things. I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself to you guys, tell you where she's calling from. I am in the big city, Fort Worth. It's the Dallas-Fort Worth area in a small suburb called Benbrook. That's where I'm at right now. It's Taibu Muad'Dib, your host. And this is my special guest,
Karina Sangari. Hello, everybody. Hey. Hello. And I am talking to you live from Wisconsin, Green Bay. Yeah.
When you say Wisconsin, you said it all. Let's go. All right.
I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Uh-oh. Ooh. All right. So please, Packer fans, don't boycott my show. All right. I had nothing to do with that. I did not know. Traitor! if the word traitor pops up in the comment section, that's for you, not for me. All right. But shout out to everybody out there. That's a Bears fan. They need all the fans they can get because they sure ain't got no team.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. So we'll get into that story a little bit later. That's good because it is football season, and I'm a serious Steeler-holic. All right. But that being said, so what you guys didn't know is that I was serious when I said I was fully integrating my First Step Coaching Academy and program with my Live Your Truth podcast. That's because so many people, when I had this show called You're a Mess, so many people needed new strategies. I continue to work my way through the mentorship from Mr. Terrell Kanai Jones. Thank you very much, sir, out there in New York. And finally got certified as a life coach. So now I specialize in achievement. I have, you'll see it scrolling across the screen, a 4-step proven method to overcoming your obstacles, your challenges, and ensure that you see a measure of success in your life. Not just in the future, but right now, immediately. Change your life, all right? This is called the EFC workbook. It's scrolling across the screen. The link should be in the description. If it's not, reach out to me. If you can't find the link to this workbook, reach out to me, because this is the test, the litmus test. Is that it's a measuring tool to show you how far you are from really taking action, okay? So many of us don't take that first step, and we miss out on all our blessings. And tonight, Karina is going to show us. She's going to explain to you what her first step was like and how she got where she's at today. So you have the floor, young lady. Talk to us about your platform, and then we'll get into a little bit later after our topic for tonight, how I can help you and coach you through some strategies. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I'm a mother. I'm a mother of some adults, 5 adults, and a minor child who's 10 years old. Okay. And I pride on that, because with raising children, there's a lot of patience and teaching as well to make sure that they grow up and they go the right way you want them to go. So that was one of my major things that I pride on, is outside of like wanting to have a business and a brand, I also wanted to make sure that my children wanted to be somebody, give them that opportunity to embrace themselves, which is like not push culture and religion and things like that on them. And once I seen them flourish at an age where I was comfortable enough to be like, okay, now I can work on myself, because I might get a little bit over the place. So, but I was a wife. I just recently buried my husband, December the 4th of last year. So, all of that still is a process too. And the business that I started, my first business was it was a cleaning business. And I actually was able to start that business through my husband. May he rest in paradise. But it was the fact that him being a handyman and a superintendent of landmark buildings, and me going to work with him too, I see that as an opportunity to be like, okay, well, he has a lot of buildings. Maybe somebody needs somebody to clean. And I was just thinking this. And one day I was with him and we was cleaning, and it was in the afternoon. It was probably like about 2:00 in the afternoon, because I would just go and help and support him. And I was across the street, and there was a couple that came out of one of the buildings, and they had asked him, they was like, well, Musa, you know anybody that can help, clean for us and yada, yada. And he was like, sure, my wife. And so I think that, it was like I manifested, but it was something that I capitalized on, and I tried it out. I didn't produce it as a business. It was just something that I know that I'm good at. And I said, okay, well, let me see. And just me going off of my own intuitive and my own, just me, I had her, and then I also ended up getting 2 other accounts. And I wasn't even like established and trying to do this, but it just all happened, and it fell in my lap, and I went with it. And in that process, I learned a lot of things working with these people, because these were very highly important people. Let me say that, because I was working in New York, and I was working in Brooklyn at the time. I had a client in Dean Street, on Dean Street in Brooklyn. I had a client on Crosby in Soho. So it's could be very lucrative. So I tried it out. I did that. And that was just one little situation. Okay. Because I'm someone that's still developing myself. I'm still underdeveloped. I mean, developing and still a working process because this is all new to me. And I'm actually stepping out of my shell too, into my confidence and my purpose because it's been a lot, especially for me. And one thing I know is just is to keep breathing and to take care of myself and to pray to the Most High that He gives me the strength to keep going and to help me figure it out.
So to be clear, we're not. I don't want to gloss over the nuts and bolts of starting a business. So when you got those contacts, and you kind of took off a little bit. Talk about how you had to like really build a real relationship with those people to retain their business.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So that couple, yeah, I had to number one, get them to trust me. Okay. And trust means that's a relationship to where we're gonna respect each other because we have a good rapport to where once I establish that trust with them, then they trust me because they gave me a key to their home, which means I can come in at any time, and do whatever I needed to do because that's how much they trust me.
Okay.
I had keys to their home.
Okay.
I knew codes to certain things and of that nature just because I sat down and I learned everything that they wanted me to do and how they wanted me to do it. And then I wouldn't do anything that they did not want me to do because some people are very persnickety.
Customer service. Shout out to customer service. So
Yes.
there's so I'm sure that Karina learned so much in her first experience with business. Okay, so that was your first experience. We got that down, cleaning service. What have you elevated your business life to now? What are you currently doing?
Well, right now I'm trying to do this platform thing. Like I want to be a motivational speaker. I actually see myself because I'm a teacher. Shout out to Pastor Kim who had a church here, Agape Tabernacle Church here in Green Bay. I was her youth director, so I know the calling on my life and what the Most High see fits for me. And so I want to walk into that purpose. I don't care about the cleaning and this and that and all of that. I'd rather do what the Most High want me to do, which is to teach and to educate, especially our youth and our children, about what's really going on and how to help them save their souls because their souls are in trouble right now and they're coming for them.
All right.
And so,
all right. That's a really deep. She went deep real quick on Taibu. Old Taibu, when she went deep. But there is a certain amount of depth in bringing out what's inside and letting it shine for the world and monetizing. Let's call it real. It's monetizing. How do you? And that's my thing for all of you. Monetizing what's inside there, what God gave you for the rest of the world. These days, all about being able to monetize it. So she said two things. It was just two words. It was platform, and then there was speaking. All right, motivational speaking. All right. So the platform, I have one. Building you one, it's going to take some time to learn how to use, how to market, how to connect people online. It's a different thing than face to face. And then motivational speaking, how to be motivational, how to bring your story to people so that they feel it. We've talked to people many times, right, Karina? And they just wasn't feeling us. They wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
So learning how to disseminate information and to get a response, an emotional tie-in out of people that listen to you. That's motivational speaking. I'm also trying to build that space. I believe that everybody's story is their voice and everybody's voice should be heard. But that said, the topic for tonight is the I can make it broke theory. Now, when you hear that sentence, what does that make you think, Karina? People that say I can make it broke. Go ahead.
Well, that's kind of like You're a risk taker, which is nothing wrong with that. And maybe impulsive too. Nothing wrong with that. But how are we gonna make it though? We have to have a plan, I feel like. What's the plan of action for us to make
Thank you.
it? Yes.
So when you say plan, talk that up. When you say plan, I mean, you
Plan of
just
action, like
grab it out the sky. I mean,
the plan
give us
is like, what are the steps? Like, how are we gonna take those steps to get to the finish line? Let's say that. Because we gotta finish, right? So we have to take steps. There's going to be certain steps, and maybe people we have to delegate. We might need help. It all
okay,
depends on where we're going and what we're trying to do too.
right. That's real. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I got technical difficulties. Forgive me. That's the devil. He's a lie. All right.
Yes, he is. We rebuke you.
Yeah. So what I do is I screen share and I teach off of Google because I want you
Yes.
guys, y'all think it's crazy, but you're not using your phones to build skill sets, to get better at things, to do research, but you want to be rich, you want to be wealthy. I don't get it. Taibu Muad'Dib, I can't make this up. Y'all need to start Googling things and
Yes.
filling your mind with good positive knowledge and building yourself out. I'm going to say one thing before I go to the screen share. I fully intend, Miss Karina came with a challenge for me. So she's going to test out my coaching skills for all of y'all live. All right. So this is what I do. So I'm going to screen share the topic for today. People, you can't make it broke. You can't. Stop telling folks that. Stop just dreaming and throwing it out there and using that for an excuse to not do nothing with your life. All right. Let's go to this screen share real quick. This is what I do all the time. I love it. Karina, out there in Green Bay. All right. So what kind of community is Green Bay, and how does it treat you and your children as an African woman?
Well, Green Bay really hasn't changed much here. I mean, it's a retirement state. That's what we know. It's a retirement state. It has gotten to be somewhat a little bit diverse now, with, our melanated people here, and, you have the other cultures as well. But far as like the treatment, it's still so. Like they could do better. Green Bay has a lot of work to do, and it's just that nobody's willing and ready to stand up, and I call them out on it, especially if it's any type of mistreatment, because there's a lot of mistreatment that go on here of melanated people and other cultures. They need work. They can do better.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that on the chopping block. You guys get in the comment section. Could your community do better as far as being fair in its treatment of people of color, melanated people, as she said, African peoples? How is your community treating you? I want to hear from you guys. Let me know. All right.
And me personally, I just want to add to that. Me personally, I don't have an issue. Like I get loved by my community because I'm a loving individual. So I try to project so what I can receive. But sometimes you could be still loving and you still could get it.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
So put out there what y'all want to have, get back in return. All right. So
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. What we're looking at right here. People that say they can make it broke, get away from people like that. Get away from them. Don't hang with people like that. If you really believe that you can build wealth, and this is a wealth building platform. I spent a whole week, Miss Karina, on sleep deprivation. If you don't know how important getting the right amount of rest is to building wealth, go back and watch that week.
Yes, that's a good one.
Go back and watch that show. All right. And I'm going to continue coaching. The coaching that I do, it builds character. I have a whole teaching series. I'm going to bring this out as we go along. But I love having my topics of today. I'm so tired of broke people thinking and claiming by going to the casino on the weekends, they can make it. You know what I'm saying? By, burn some kind of credit card scam or mail scam. I'm just going to scam out. I can make it broke. It's not going to happen.
Tell them.
All right. I'm just shooting to y'all straight. It's not going to, riches and wealth is not going to just fall out the sky one day. Stop it. Okay. Let's look at it. If I Google, and I put the whole Google, that I want to show y'all what I be Googling so y'all know how to get the information you want. All right.
Yeah.
I just Googled in here the mindset of poor people versus rich people. And look what popped up, right? You have a book, you have a eye-opening interview with Robert Kiyosaki. It's just you have stuff available to you. But let's look at it. About 257 million people have Googled the same thing. So y'all want wealth, y'all want it, you do. This is why I have this platform, to help you build it the right way, okay? To help you build it and add the skill sets to your repertoire so that you can come and be marketable, like she said earlier, on any platform you build. And make no mistake about it, with billions of people online, on Facebook alone, all of us by the numbers can be wealthy. If you go on your calculator right now and you type in 5 billion, right? And you multiply that by 0.0000006, like 0.006 of a percent. Look at that number. Because what that means is if you have between, we'll say 1,000 to 3,000 faithful followers who watch you every time you go live, or who will buy whatever you put out there to sell, you can be wealthy.
We can, very wealthy.
At any number to 1,000 or 3,000. Tell me what you get. Any number to it. Tell me what you get.
Get the number you want.
So if you take the time, like I have, to build up your platform, if you stop thinking I can make it broke, and you give yourself over to the process of wealth building, you can be wealthy just like me. And I'm telling you right now, Miss Karina, wealth is not just the money. If it was just the money, rich people wouldn't be dying, killing themselves, going crazy, going to jail. Y'all see it?
Yeah.
Wealth is an overall 360-degree piece.
Sure is. Yeah,
That
the whole picture.
That you get by being financially free, well-respected, loved, and you know how to take care of yourself, because no one's going to take better care of you than you. So you better take care of your business.
Indeed. All
right. The rich mindset values growth. Hey, everybody put your hands up. Come on, Miss Karina, put your hands up.
Yes,
if
I
you
agree.
value growth, put your hands up. Like it's a nightclub. Put your hand. The rich mindset values growth. Yeah. If he or she, if your significant other is always nagging and always pulling you down, move out, get away, get your own space so you can grow. Don't let anybody else stunt your growth. It's not their life to live. Don't blame somebody else for why you didn't get that job, that promotion, or take advantage of the opportunity to start a new relationship. Blame yourself. Point the thumb.
Exactly. Hello.
The rich mindset values growth, is proactive, and is driven by goals rather than wishes. On the contrary, we turn around to the poor mindset. A poor mind focuses on problems rather than solutions, is reactive to circumstances, views failures as setbacks, and is largely driven by fear and scarcity, often prioritizing immediate comfort over long-term gains. Well, if that describes any of you, you automatically qualify for the First Step online coaching program. Download the EFC workbook right now and sign up. All right. Mm-hmm. The only reason why 100 or so people each time I go live aren't on my lives is because I speak about the positive.
Positive, yes.
The reason y'all be watching my shows afterwards, just dipping in, they dip in and dip out. The reason that you guys do this is because it hurts for you to hear stuff like that.
The truth.
If I didn't read it off Google and just said it to one of you, you jump down my throat. You don't know me. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm proactive. I value growth. Then why are you upset at me? Here I am adding.
Hello.
Busted. Help me out, somebody. Busted. Why did you just explode on me? All you saw was a problem. I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Own it. So here's the thing. I just want you guys to know, all of you out there trying to make it broke. Ladies, your man is broke. You move him in broke. Don't do that to yourself. I'd rather you spend that time you invest in this broke man, you know what I'm saying, into building a skill set. Because when you build and add value to yourself, whatever man comes in your life, he has to value. How could he not? I mean, and if he doesn't, you will see right away. Avoid that issue. There's so many fish in the sea. Be patient. Matter of fact, let me shoot y'all a nugget. If you are patient, ladies, in building the value around yourself, you'll be patient finding a good man.
Exactly. It takes a lot of patience.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I agree. A lot of patience. I would just say for women in general. And even now, like dating, if you're dating, fine. If you can, it's okay. Because even with dating, that's a whole nother, it's better right now if you can. And you're a business owner, entrepreneur, to be focused on you and what your aspirations is and what your goals are and where you see your business going and what you're trying to do. Because there's a lot of distraction, especially for us women. There's a lot of men that's trying to come in and block things and do things because they see the success. They're intimidated by it because they can't do it. They want it, but they don't want to do the work. They want to get it off of us. But that's no more. You have to go do your work and get it yourself.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
because that's what's happening. I've seen so many women and heard it, even went through it myself, trying to date, coming in and just want to cause these blockages and see your greatness. I got to move past that.
Look, this podcast is being brought to you courtesy of the First Step Coaching Academy. Please follow us on Facebook, all right? So now we get to the fun part. Yee! Fun part. We are going to look real quick at the EFC workbook. I want everybody to take a look at what it looks like. An episode or two ago, I showed everybody how to actually download it. This is what it looks like, everybody, right there. Take a good look at it. Miss Karina, what do you see?
I'm going to go to my, where I can pull it up myself. I have mine here to pull this up here.
What do you see?
Ladies, if you are patient building your wealth, you'll be successful. You're using your patience to find a good man. Hello.
Yeah, so what do you see? You see the EFC workbook. What do you see there? What do you see in there?
Let me pull mine up.
Talk to me. What do you see in there? What's the first thing that it says?
I'm having a look. It's difficult because I'm using a different phone, guys. So I have it on this one here at my computer. You say, what do you see? That's the beginning of it, where you know information in and.
Effort, focus, and commitment. Do you want to take a stab at real quick why those words are in that order?
Effort.
Oh no, we lost her. We lost her that fast, y'all. My Muad'Dib Global stuff isn't set up today. All right. So we lost Miss Karina for a hot moment. There she is. It's her first time, y'all. Give her a break.
I
Give
had a
her a
call.
break.
I'm sorry, I had a call coming in, and I was gonna trying to swipe it up, but the reception here in Wisconsin, it really sucks. It is terrible.
U.S. Cellular. Let me help you with that. U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular is the best reception you're going to get in that state. So effort, focus, and commitment. So right now, I'm going to take on whatever challenge Miss Karina has been dealing with. I'm going to coach her up real quick. This is how I want you guys to get used to this. This is what happens for you on the First Step Coaching Program. We're a group, we're a community, but I also do one-on-one touch points, and this is how it looks. So, Miss Karina, we had a talk. I messaged you on TikTok, and so now here you are. So, what is the challenge that you have for Coach Taibu today? What's the obstacle that you want me to run you through this EFC workbook real quick about?
My challenge. I'm still trying to get it up on here, and
It's okay. Take your time.
I'm a little bit of a issue because it's gone. I don't even know if they have this everything that's gone out of here. I can't even. But I'll just try to wing it. Now,
No. You don't have to wing anything. I want you to come straight from the heart. This is not a paid. This is not a paid advertisement. Have we ever met before? Have we ever met before?
Nope.
I never met before.
Nope.
She followed. I've been hitting people on TikTok. I'm trying to build my TikTok life up organically. I'm not going to pay money for 1,000 followers like the rest of y'all did. I'm going to meet people, say hello, how you doing? This is who I am. This is what I do. Now. Yep. Well, no. Yeah, she has her own. She can go live.
We just
takes 1,000. It takes 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok. I'm not paying. I want to build it up organically. I want to meet some good people, and Miss Karina is one of them. So I thank you for joining the show. But yeah, no, we don't we do it real here. This is live your truth. So honey, live your truth. Just give me one nice, real quick little thing that you this. And look, y'all, this is not about a weakness. I'm not asking her for a weakness. I'm saying, what is the challenge that she would like to
I'm ready now.
Go ahead.
Now, you know what a challenge is? Now, this is the challenge. Because if, like me, I'm multi-talented, right?
Okay.
And it's like, to decide on like, just to pick one. Because, you know how you start something and something does do well. Like, you can have multiple projects. And then you say, okay, well, I'm just going to try this one. You'll launch that one. Okay, that one to do well. Then you'll be like, okay, well, you want to try something else. Maybe you want to incorporate something to that project. Or you'd be like, no, I have another project. So it's just like, if you have all of these projects, how do you? That's the thing.
All right. So the challenge on the table. Help get in the comment section, everybody. Help me put a name for this challenge. I have prioritizing pursuits of happiness. What do you think of that? Miss Karina's challenge is she wants to prioritize which pursuit of happiness she wants to follow right now versus down the line.
And then let me add to that, because I kind of feel like now, even trying to like get back into like trying to want to like create, because I have a brand. Now, even if I wanted to like relaunch and go in that direction, it's like I don't even know if I want to do that. That's why I say I really want to walk. I'm just walking into my purpose, because I feel like walking into my purpose and being the speaker and everything. That's what I feel like what brings me happiness, joy, and that. Even though I like to create too, so you see what I mean?
You know what's so interesting about what you're just saying?
Yes.
You're saying you're happy to be doing this, but you like to do this, but you're good at this. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
You see?
So here's the deal,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is how we're going to break it down. Get out your pens and paper, everybody. You as well, Miss Karina. So I'm breaking it down.
Okay, let me go. Sorry, I was not prepared.
I'm finna start talking, so I gotta keep the whistle wet. Y'all know how it is. My glasses, I forgot to get the dishwasher pouch for my glasses, so I don't have my more deep global goblets right now. So I'm going with the red cup. I gotta keep it real, everybody. Welcome everybody to Live Your Truth on my first night coaching and speaking at the same time on my official podcast. We're going somewhere. This is a wealth builder platform that champions people who grew up without a father. Okay, Miss Karina, did you have your father in your life?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did. I had my father in my life.
And so did you find it difficult to what? Well, no. So her husband just passed. So you were married until you part, right?
Yeah, I was married for 14 years.
Yep. So this is why you get some of my podcasts now champions people without a father or who grew up without a father, because clearly you had it right, saw it right, and did it right. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So everybody, that's now you guys know. Now you guys know. This is why I do this for people that grew up without a father, because I know how difficult it is to not know what you don't know, and how difficult it is to fight your way through a society full of people who had dad there, and therefore they're balanced, they're thinking well, they're living well, right?
But I have a 10-year-old. I don't mean to cut you off. I have a 10-year-old that he lost his father. Now that's his father. He's 10, and he no longer has his father.
Yeah, and so the good thing about this podcast is it ain't going nowhere. So I'm here for Little Man too. I got Little Man. I got it. All right.
Yeah.
So when you go back on my if you scroll down through my other shows, right, on my YouTube channel, you'll find the episodes where I help parents out with dealing with teens, preteens, and stuff like that. I got it all on there. Take some time to binge watch You're a Mess. Y'all love that. You're gonna love that. So the challenge for the day for Coach Ty was, how do I prioritize my many different pursuits of happiness? Okay. Let's throw this into our EFC workbook system. All right. So now that we know what her internal aspiration is, you download it, bam. All right. So this platform, before you download it, talks about who is Coach Taib. Y'all see this thing right here. Now the workbook itself, right? It has a breakdown of the different aspects of of the EFC workbook based on a person's effort, focus, and commitment. But just with these 3 words, the 4-step proven system gives you, I'm going to say, let's put more effort into what's going to bring us the money, right? If this is a wealth builder platform, let's put the effort first into what's going to bring us the money, so we have the financial freedom to explore the other 2 or 3 or 4 things, right? Paid. Would you agree with that?
You say what?
Let's put more effort immediately into the one pursuit of happiness that you have that's bankable. That's the most bankable. That will bring in the ends first. That will bring the money in. Because that way you're paid now, so you can do the other pursuits of happiness and be financially free doing them.
Yeah,
but you enjoy them a whole bunch more.
But for me, what if it's not about the money?
Right. Okay. So if you're pursuing a pursuit of happiness and you already have money, then
yes.
I don't see how that's a challenge. You should. I mean, if I'm financially free and I want to scuba dive and skydive, I just book it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm financially free, I don't have to worry about money coming in, which is, I guess, what you're saying. Then
that's why. And you see me. You be watching me on Facebook. That's why I live so free the way I do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I get it now.
Because I was working in healthcare. I was working in healthcare recently. I left my job in January.
All right. So if you're going to prioritize them, let's put more effort into structuring out your life cycle. You know what the life cycle is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So for all of you that didn't know, she knows. Your life cycle is how you build your day, how you build your week, and it leads to something. So you, by the time you come back around to it again, you should have grown and there should be more of it there. Does that make sense to everybody? That's your life cycle. Okay. So, Miss Karina, what do you want the next time it comes around to be better the most?
Well, what's going to be better is my platform.
Okay, all right, there it is. Okay, there it is. So
That's what I'm working on. See, for me, this is a spiritual thing for me. What I do is, and what I do is when I'm learning, because I've already found myself. I know who I am. I know what I want. This is my home, how I live. I'll let you see that. I'm at peace where I don't want for anything or need anything or anyone. I'm stepping into my purpose, which is I want to educate just like you. It's not about the money anymore.
Yeah, no, that's good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put
even at the end of the day, trying to go somewhere and do something. That's what I'm gonna do, and I know I'm gonna do it.
And
with your help, you can help me. But for me, it's like because who I am, it's like I have to be careful with doing stuff like doing stuff like this because it's like it's okay. I'm not
the kind of influencer, everybody, that
because
pushes my advice on people. I just offer it. So I'm running the challenge of the day through the EFC workbook, mantra, and mission, which is to, like I said, help a person build successful strategy. So the strategy right now, I believe that's most important is you mentioned God a couple times. And so it sounds to me like if he's taking care of your financial needs.
Now, let me cut you off. First of all, because when you asked me to come on this podcast, we were going to talk about some things. Yeah. But the focus was not going to be on me because I kind of feel like you turned the focus around on me. And it's kind of like you want to teach and help guide me, which is it's totally fine. But this is not what I do because I don't need to be taught and guide. Because the work that I do, that's between me and the Most High. Can't nobody come between that. And I don't allow anybody to come between that. Because my purpose, I know what my purpose is. My purpose has nothing to do with the material world. I'm not a part of the material world.
That's a beautiful thing. And I think that everybody that's watching the podcast right now and will watch the replay is really working really hard to get to that level. And so it's awesome that you're already there. It's going to be so encouraging for so many women because I taught on my old podcast, ladies, if he's not going to make the strong commitment to marry you, you shouldn't be giving them kids, at least the kids, whatever you're going to do else. But if he's not going to make a strong commitment to a lifetime commitment to you, then have it, so I was teaching them small things. So you got it. So many women are going to get so much.
Let me tell you something. My trials and my tribulations that I've been through in life, it was for me to go through it. So I can see who I was.
Mm-hmm.
My family didn't want me to see it. That's why when everybody see me, people see me by myself. Because I am a star. I was born to be a star. And it was hidden from me. Because that's what they wanted. But see, I stepped back into my purpose. I started loving myself. And every time I fell down, I got back up.
Amen.
Every time there was a problem, I was looking for the solution. I don't call people and, a lot of what people do. No, I stay to myself because that's self-care. Those are things that I have to look inside, go deep within, go find the problem. I can problem solve with myself and the Most High. We can figure it out. See, I've done that. I've done healing from the inside out. That's why I look this way. I don't look this way for nothing. And people think, oh, because I walk around and I'm at peace. I'm at peace because I ended all of that for myself. I looked at myself in the mirror, which is what a lot of people can't do. You're going to look at me, but you're going to look in the mirror. See, I've done it. That's why I'm here now. I'm here. And I don't need to really do too much. All I really need to do is just be at peace and be still.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's awesome. So everybody take a lot of that advice. One thing I heard you say was, don't call people. Don't be putting folks in your business. Take it to the Most High and work it out. That was awesome. You're giving us so many good sound bites. I'm telling you, I'm going to splice this thing up. Y'all better give her business now. She's got power.
Because I don't mean to, because this is my first, that's what I said. He was going to interview me. I turned it around. And I don't want to, because I kind of feel like, because me and you, I kind of feel like we knew each other, in the past life or something. We communicated. Because we all communicated telepathically one day, and we all are still connected. You see, so to support each other and to be there for each other, that's simple. It's nothing to support and to say, I support you. Congratulations. You're doing a great job. People can't even say congratulations. Can't even say thank you. I appreciate that. And people will watch you all day long, sit and watch you all day long. Like, are you learning? Are you building yourself up? Are you healing? And are you growing? Since we're doing all this watching, I hope you're healing and you're learning and you're growing, and you don't go put yourself back out there in the people who's healing and growing, and you're going to continue to contaminate, because that's what's going on. All the people who's growing and building and working towards their goals and dreams and aspirations, you got the leechers. Everybody who set all these years who did nothing. You did nothing with yourselves. You did nothing. You walked around, did the same old things that you did the year before. Whether you smoke weed all day, drink all day, play cards, do whatever it is you do, that low vibrational stuff. You know what you do. So if you've done that year after year after year after year after year after year, and now boom, let's look now, we're here now. Oh, now you trying to you want to grab on. You're trying to leech and grab on to people. No, we're not doing that. It's time for you to go do your work, or you're going down. That's all. There's a separation, and that's part of the separation that's happening. People, it's time for them to go do their work.
I think that it's funny that you said we kind of known each other in a past life, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because I told everybody earlier in the show, and you, because you're my special guest for the evening, I said, the reason I don't have 100 people coming on here, 1,000 people coming on here as soon as I go live is because I'm telling the truth, because I'm talking positive. If my show came on with ladies twerking, every time I went live, it'd be thousands, right? So
we'll hit it, but see.
So as soon as you say, turn the tables and you're interviewing me or whatever you're saying, whenever you went into your thing, whenever you get the motivational Karina came out, the people disappeared.
Yeah,
they didn't disappear. Now guess what? The numbers would have went up if you'd have been like, "Beep, you tired, you doing? You ain't peeping nothing." You know what I'm saying? If you'd have went in on me, that number would have went up. But you said that you overcome situations not by going to other men, but by trusting in God. You said you overcome things by getting back up when you get knocked down. So everybody that stopped watching, they got knocked down and stayed down. They don't want to hear what you're talking about. Everybody that jumped off of here when you started talking, they know God, but they did not glorify him as God.
No, they don't.
Thankful. Nor were they thankful. All right.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate you coming on this show. I couldn't have had a better first guest for my inaugural episode of fully integrated podcasting, my live coaching program with my live stream. I'll say this. I'm glad that you opened up enough, at least initially, to offer me an opportunity to offer new strategies. So
Yes, and I'm gonna
the
give you your
newness,
strategy.
yeah, no. The newness of the strategies. Uh, I
Effort.
put down here effort. So seeking God's guidance.
Yes.
So since you had mentioned that, I'm like, okay, let's put as much effort as we can into that. If you have the money to do it, go to the place we know, at least what we know as the root. You should be, go visit the Jerusalem temples. You know what I'm saying? If I had money, I'd go to places in Africa where Christianity first popped up at. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yes.
would go to these cathedrals. Let me go seek God. Let me go see how far I can go, and let me go do a wilderness hike for a month.
It's on the way. It's all on
Let
the
me
way.
let me get me a guide to take me somewhere out in Montana or something, and let me be like out there in the wilderness, just me and my hiking boots and my shorts and my plaid shirt, and just seeking God. Me and what's it called? Deep Woods Off. NBC, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let me really connect. So that would be me personally, from what I hear you saying and where you're at with peace and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We have to block out the noise to be able to hear the Most High.
You
So
have to.
that would be me personally. I mean, clearly you have your own space, your own home. So, but me personally, I mean, since you are financially well taken care of, I would say, man, get out the house, go somewhere where you have a great view on a mountain, or with a base mountain looking up at God, whatever
It's
the case
all
may
on the
be.
way. It's all
Yeah.
on the way.
Okay, so I'm
It's all
feeling
going to happen. My
now.
life is about to change. I know
Yep,
that.
yep, that's awesome. And so the focus and commitment part, as you put a great amount of effort into at least just that one thing, since you already have that, we're in tune with each other, the focus and commitment part will come. You obviously clearly have a clear view path, and that's awesome. So many people, Karina, don't. You can see now why this is such an important thing. So many people refuse to put a greater effort into what they say they're about. So I'm glad to have someone on here that's 100% get her done. You know what I'm saying? It's 100%. Yeah, Ty, I'm not going to talk
Yeah,
about
I'm a
that.
finisher. I will finish. And my story is to be continued. So
I have this is the, well, then God's looking out for me. Everybody, the first podcast guest on my fully integrated show is financially free. She's at peace. She has a righteous connection with God. And she hasn't stopped smiling the whole time, right? So I can't make this up. This is live your truth. We're on here living
yes.
our truth, and I'm telling you, I can't make this up. I hit a bunch of people, maybe 100 people with this message that says, "Hey, I'm tithing with Demon Father in 5. I love to hear my podcast." Didn't I? I just,
Yes.
so the people that are
Yes, you
most
did.
interested. So I only really want y'all, if you about that life, come on here, man, and live your truth. So as we wind the show up, I want to go ahead and just give you the floor to do some shout outs and of that nature. If you have anything to say, even to you're now flying in the sky high,
Oh yeah.
your husband. So I'm just saying, whatever you want to get off your chest, man, you got a couple of minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do your thing.
Well, I want to thank you for having me on here, first of all, for giving me the opportunity to share myself with the world and tell a part of my story and my journey and just share myself. And I'm grateful for that. And I appreciate you for that as well.
Hey, look, you better shout them kids out now.
And I want to shout out, like, look, you ain't got to tell me that. That's coming next now. Come on now. I want to shout out my son. Go check out Triversity Records on Instagram. His name is that's Triversity Records, but Jabriel, Kiara, Karina, Alakeem, Elijah, Musa. So shout out to my nation. That's my nation. Okay, to my moms and all my brothers and sisters. And aunties, uncles, everybody, to the world. The world is
Hold
love.
on. I just got something coming in.
Uh-oh.
I just got something coming in on the wire. All right. So we're gonna do a screen share for you. I don't know how much research you did on me before you joined the show. I don't. All right.
Yes.
So we're gonna rectify some of that right now. If you guys didn't know, I'm the original founding quote unquote father of the Citizens Justice League. African people will not on the continent of North America experience freedom until we create our own nation, until it recognizes our own country, right? Until we have established our own sovereignty in this part of the world. All right. So the Citizens Justice League is really how we'll begin that. It won't just be African people though. There have been Europeans here ever since they first came over here who were never cool with slavery. You have to do your research, right? The minority, you know what I'm saying, is always, the minority is always held accountable by the majority. So there were just a minority of them though. Most of them did. They were all down with it. But there was a very positive minority that's always pushed for abolition. They're happy that we're free, that hang out and kick it with us. Many of us, I myself, have European friends and family members and loved ones. They're very near and dear to us. So shout out to them. That said, I want to screen share for Miss Karina, one of my pursuits of happiness and the movement that I believe God's placed on my heart. And that's me. Taibu Muad'Dib. So if you didn't know this about me, Miss Karina, I was locked up for a crime I didn't commit. It led me to write books in prison, got out, continued to write. I went so hard about my freedom, even the couple years that I did in there was terrible. I lost a family member during the time I was very close to, couldn't get out and be part of that. So it's a part of my life that brought much elevation, even through the storm, like you were just talking about. What you see behind me in that picture is the Dane County Courthouse in Madison, Wisconsin. Madison, Wisconsin, for those who don't know, is the capital of Wisconsin. Yes. Madison, Wisconsin is the capital city in the state of our union that locks up its highest population of African people per capita.
Yes.
Than anywhere else in the country. That means they're the best at over policing, zoning, and in gerrymandering. They're the best at basically rounding up and locking them up, right or wrong. They're the best in the whole country.
Correct.
And so the significance of that book and that picture, it's the third book in the series. Miss Karina, for coming on to the show. We'd like to bless you with the African Messiah versus Government Scum book. What I'll do is I'll figure out the best way to get it to you. If you want, it could be as simple as a Cash App because it's not very expensive. You can put it on your phone and read it. Yeah, you can put on your phone and read it. It's just a small gift to the show. We appreciate you coming on. It's the third book in this. It's the third book in the series. So when you go to Amazon, if you actually click on my name right there on the platform, then what'll happen is my whole author page will come up and you'll see all of my books. So you'll see the books that line up. So the very first book was The Clean Break for Positive Social Progress. The second book is The Avenger of Africa, of the New Africa, and then African Messiah versus Government Scum. You see them and you will know them by name. But yeah, we'll go ahead, we'll settle up. I'll get you either the money for that book if you want to download it, or I can get it for you, the paperback copy. The paperback copy is cool. If you look at my introduction and exit video, me and my dad are actually reading copies of that together in my home in Madison, Wisconsin before I moved here. It's a really big thing. to meet and talk to someone else that's conscious on my very first show. That means a lot. The Citizens Justice League. How do you get involved in that? Go to Muad'Dib Global, the official Muad'Dib Global page. I'll send you a link for that. If you guys go over there and go to the contact us page and put in a request for an application to the Citizens Justice League, after 10,000 completed return applications, I will go to the United Nations myself and request sovereignty for our people. Do you know, by chance, the smallest recognized nation in the world? Do you know what it is, Ms. Karina?
The smallest recognized nation in the world?
The smallest recognized country in the world. Do you know what it is?
Okay, country. Okay, smallest.
In size and population.
It's a tribe, I believe. It's a indigenous tribe, if I'm not mistaken.
It's the Vatican. 1.7 square miles, 876 people. The Vatican. That's the smallest recognized country in the world.
The Vatican.
So I think 10,000 will do. What do y'all think? Let's get them 10,000 applications. Go to Muad'Dib Global. I'll put the link in the description after the show. I'll put it on my post when I go to over to Facebook and Instagram. So you guys have the link. Go to the Muad'Dib Global official page. Go to the very end to the contact us page and request your application today. All right. If you want freedom, then we need sovereignty. All right. We need to be recognized. All right. That way, if a cop chooses to shoot one of us and kill us, it won't be up to them to give us justice. It'll be an international incident. Taibu Muad'Dib right here with the beautiful Miss Karina. We're talking consciousness. We're talking about the Most High, and we're talking about peace. Let's go.
Thank you
Unity.
for having me.
Unity of thought and purpose is how we're going to get it. Let's do it. And so you can stick around. Let's talk afterwards. All I'm going to do is throw the exit video on. I'd love to have my guests stay in the studio afterwards. All I'm going to do is remove.
Of course. Thank you, everybody, for having me too as well. And thank all the audience and everybody who tuned in from Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Skype, wherever you're watching from. Thank you all for being a part of the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Karina. Hang around for a couple seconds.
Yes.
I got you. All right. Taibu Muad'Dib, man. That's how it's going to look for you guys. Some of you are going to have some very tough challenges for me. Some of y'all are going to be all the way good. So I got blessed. She was all the way good, y'all. Taibu, let me coach you. I love it. I love it, man. That's a beautiful person, man. I aspire to be just like her. I want to be talking to people like, hey, look, you can't do nothing for me. God's already got me. Hey, look, I'm straight. It's a beautiful thing, man. I couldn't have asked for a better first guest on the show as I strive to help people build wealth. She's already got it. So y'all know I told her to stick around, so ask for some money. No, I'm just kidding. Love it, love it, love it, man. I'm going to go ahead and play the phrase that pays. This is right here. If you want assistance or help, you see it scrolling on the screen, go ahead and get yourself together, man. I'll reach out to you. All you got to do is book your time with me on Calendly.com/Coach Taibu, man. It's just that simple. As we get out of here, I want to give a shout out, man, to all of you people out there that are broke and trying to make it. It won't work. Get your mindset together, man. Build something, and let's go. Good evening, everyone. Taibu Muad'Dib, host, podcast entertainer. I definitely am. Author, motivational speaker. I see y'all next time.
The issue of gun violence isn't going away because there are
every weeknight, 9:30-ish p.m. We go crazy. In fact, we going nuts right now. Hit it, Shay. Come on, a little bit more. Yeah. It's cold out here, y'all. And I'm telling you one thing. It's amazing How come they don't know? No one's life is the Cosby Show. Killer cops is nothing new to melanated people, bro. Not in the America that locks us up for mega busting, legalized prostitution so the mob can get their cut. CIA agents bringing dope in from the south and spread it through the hood so we can take each other out. The sadness in the hood isn't just some recent shit. It's the same thing that you can see on the slave ship. Trauma passed through generations lead to a peculiar life. Can't believe in freedom, even if one of your parents white. I'ma do it right, cause I'm conscious and I know the way. I got roots in Africa. Pittsburgh was my birthing place. International businessman from inmate 15208. African Messiah, dog. Someone had to save the day. All you want is metaphors about the club and freaking horse. Stacking up your flashy cars and them foreign tours. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. It starts out with Congress, yeah. Them the folks who scheme and plot. Once they pass the laws, it's on you and I to know what's up. And since we don't, that's how come the jails are jam-packed with us. I got my fist raised. And unity is in my heart. No matter who you are, come and live your truth. That's how it starts. Yeah. That's how it starts. Go get it. Go, 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 go. Don't you know it's war? They coming after you with all they got. All you want is metaphors. International businessman. Can't believe in freedom. That they still don't know. Pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Taibu Muad'Dib and Shay. This is Live Your Truth. Pull up a chair. Get your popcorn ready. Let's make it happen together. We appreciate you for joining us. Tap in.